If you've ever been stuck in traffic and wished you could just lift straight up and float away, this might be your kind of news. Pre-orders have officially opened for the Velocitor X-1, a single-seat electric aircraft that can take off directly from the ground and fly right over the mess below. It's being built by a Michigan startup called Velo X Aerospace, and it's showing up at a time when personal electric VTOL options are still pretty rare. Even so, interest has been strong, with dozens of reservations already placed ahead of the first production run, planned for early 2027. The X-1 uses 8 electric motors spinning propellers mounted on 4 arms, which lets it rise vertically and then transition smoothly into forward flight. One clever part of the design is how the power is spread across multiple motors, so a single failure doesn't mean the whole system goes down. On the control side, the aircraft blends pilot inputs with automated adjustments to keep everything stable, especially when hovering or maneuvering aggressively. GPS helps maintain balance without constant corrections, and the controls are meant to feel intuitive if you've ever driven a car, ridden a snowmobile, or handled a motorbike. Safety has clearly been a major focus here. A forward-facing LiDAR system constantly scans for obstacles like trees and power lines and helps the aircraft avoid them. If things really go wrong, there's a ballistic parachute that can deploy quickly, even from as low as 50 feet above the ground. The body is built from tough composite materials, and the pilot sits in a reinforced seat with a 4-point harness designed to offer extra protection during a hard landing. Performance-wise, the Velocitor X-1 is built for shorter hops, but it's still quick enough to feel futuristic. It can cruise at around 70 miles per hour, easily outpacing ground traffic. On a full charge, flight time is rated at about 45 minutes, with a 15-minute reserve, though some have suggested it could stretch closer to an hour, including reserve time. Charging back up to 80% takes roughly an hour, and it can carry up to 260 pounds, including the pilot and any gear. It's also compact enough to launch from a driveway or a small clearing, measuring just over 7.5 feet wide and a little over 8 feet long. Behind the project are founders Jeff Williams and Galen Gagley, both of whom bring experience from working on light aircraft and powered parachutes. The team is aiming for certification under the FAA's MOSAIC rules, which are designed to speed up approval for lighter and more innovative aircraft. They're not just working on paper either, as multiple test platforms have already flown, with ongoing testing to refine the motors and propellers. As for the price, the first 100 units are set at $156,000 each. Reserving one requires a $5,000 deposit, and more than half of the initial slots were snapped up almost immediately after pre-orders opened. Buyers will need to put down 50% well before production begins, with the final balance due once the aircraft is ready to fly. It's definitely not cheap, but for some, skipping traffic by flying over it might be worth every penny.